Johnny, do you like to fish?
I like to fish. I
Have you
only go
ever
trout fishing.
have you ever been trout fishing?
This off season, I don't usually buy into it, but I bought in. I'm in.
I'm into. I didn't
It
want it like
finally
2 weeks.
it finally makes sense.
It does. It does.
It didn't before. It really did not the seasons before.
What has changed your perception on Mike Trout coming to the Phillies? Because I over the past 2 weeks, it's just inched and inched closer to
Well, it's simple to me.
accepting
It's
it.
simple. We got bit by the same thing 2 postseasons in a row, and that is swing and miss from our right-handed power bats. Right-handed bats in general. Even Bohm, who's supposed to be our contact righty, was swinging and missing at all these tough righties. We get absolutely fucking destroyed by like nasty right-handers, and I'm goddamn tired of it. And I think everyone listening is probably tired of us watching Real Muto, Castellanos, Bohm, strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Like, bring in a guy that gets on base more. Stop, even if it's you have to give up some pieces for it.
It's one of the rare times where it makes perfect sense for both the Angels, Mike Trout, and the Phillies. With Shohei leaving that franchise, they need to start over.
We
They
could bolster them.
Yeah, they're getting to the point where they're starting to realize it. If you're Mike Trout, you've waited kind of your whole life to be on a good quality team that can get you to the postseason. The Phillies are that. And I think a big problem that free agents always have is you come to the city and you have to like earn the city's trust because everybody who comes in here isn't really a Philly guy. And that's like the whole thing with like Philadelphia sports. Like we love our guys and like we consider like the players are guys, Philly guys. There's an attitude that comes along with that. Mike Trout is literally a Philly guy. Like he's from Philadelphia, so he can kind of bypass that. You already know that he understands the city and the sports and just how things operate here perfectly. Um, People have made a big point of the injury concerns, which yes, they are real.
Yep,
Yes, he's not aging well.
not at
Part
all.
of that is probably the Angels doing just an awful job managing him. I don't think they know how to do anything right. When he comes here, he'll be in left full time instead of center, which the fact that they haven't already made that like move full time is insane. He'll be our full time left fielder, and he can swap. We can swap him out with Schwarbs at DH, get him off his feet. He
Also,
doesn't even
also
have.
worth noting that Schwarber's not on contract that much longer. If DH needs to be an option.
That's true. Left field, you already kind of saw the improvements that Brandon Marsh came here just from getting away from the Angels. I think it would be good for him. And yeah, I know the money's a problem, but we have some deep pockets. And John Middleton really, really wants a championship. And there's probably no move that's going to generate more buzz, more momentum, more just good vibes in this city and this clubhouse than reinforcing your team that was one win away from the World Series with Mike Trout, the greatest player of our generation, someone who's born and bred in the Philadelphia region, Jersey guy. He fits the perfect offensive profile that we need. You're plugging him in cleanup right behind Bryce Harper. You're giving Bryce the protection that he needs. And yeah, I think Mike Trout's always kind of been the face of the Angels, and he's always carried the weight of their losses very heavily on his shoulders. And when he gets here, he's Mike Trout, but this will always be Bryce Harper's team.
Yep.
And I think that'll be good for him as well because since he's come up, people have just wanted him so badly to be the face of baseball. But maybe
Not
Mike
him.
Trout's just not comfortable with that. Maybe he wants to play kind of the second fiddle, go about his business, and kind of just stay out of the limelight and grind like in the way that he knows how to. And that's perfect because who is the guy who will capture all the attention? It's Bryce Harper, and it will always be Bryce Harper for 9 more years.
Yeah,
It's
man.
perfect. It's
Yeah, you're right though,
perfect.
because we have our face, we have our showman.
Yes.
We need a silent yet beastly sidekick to Bryce Harper, and that would be perfect. It would be
It's
perfect.
perfect.
And I
It's
honestly,
it's
even from like a
perfect.
front office perspective, like the Phillies, like Middleton selling like a percentage of his ownership to Stan Middleman, that also signals that like they're getting ready to spend more money than they did last year. I don't think they're done spending like big, and I think we can take on a contract like that